Hey guys, it's Arwen the Joy Seeker and Bentley the Office Cat coming to bring you Gemini Tarotscopes for the week of February 27th through March 5th. Now, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. It brings me so much joy. In case I forgot to say, I am the professional joy seeker. I'm a little muzzy headed today, so you can watch the main video to find out why. Also, if you want to know more about the cards I'm using, please watch the main video. And y'all, would you please share the main video? It would just bring me a great deal of joy, and I love knowing that you enjoy it enough to share it. So thank you very much. Now we're going to dive into your oracle. That's where we get your affirmation. Remember, affirmations are a pithy, positive, present statement. I want you to say them 3 times a day, 3 times each time. You're kind of brainwashing yourself. I mean, you really are. You're rewiring your brain. And to do that, you need to say it out loud. It's a your brain translates things a little differently and works on them in a different manner that way. Sorry. Um, yeah, muzzy headed and coughing a lot. Apparently, you're going to be the video that gets the coughing and maybe the sneezing. Oh, how wonderful for you! Sorry, guys. Oh, and thank you to everybody who said bless me. Okay, let's look at your affirmation now. And I love this little oracle deck. You'll recognize it from a couple of weeks ago. It's a brand new deck. I gotta go with it. Peony, prosperity, and compassion. That's a nice combination, right? Prosperity and compassion. The quote is prosperity depends more on wanting what you have than on having what you want. How many times have we done that? Gone and bought something because we thought, this is it. This is the one thing that I want. It will make me happier than anything in the world. And you get it and say, well, this other thing will make me happy. Your affirmation, Gemini, is I love what I have right now. I love what I have right now. I love what I have right now. And remember that rule of decluttering. If you don't love it, let it go. So maybe you can use that for some decluttering this week if that's on your list of things to do. Lord love a duck, this tickly throat thing is really getting old. We're going to look at your Tarotscopes next. I do these videos for all 12 signs. I encourage you to watch your sun, your moon, and your rising. If you have time, watch last week's and give me feedback on how it went. I'd love to know, Jim. Now, Gemini, let's see what your Tarotscopes are. You get 3 cards. You get a main card, a help card, and a hinder card. And your main card is the 7 of Chalices. Now, she looks a little, because she's all in green and has fairies around her, I keep thinking the Absinthe Fairy. Um, but the 7 of Chalices is a challenge for you this week. And it really is about loving what you have because it's the card of the daydreamer. It's the card of all these emotional, wonderful, fun choices and picking one. The thing to remember when you have a bunch of fun things in front of you is that picking work on one doesn't mean all the others are going to fade away. Some of them may change. Some of them you may come back to and go, oh, yeah, I really am not as into that as I thought I was. That's okay. Gemini, you're pros at that, right? So focus on picking a dream and working on that dream this week. Leonie Dawson talks about riding the wild donkey. So ride that wild donkey until you're done. What's the help card? Ooh, look at all these guys studying and learning. And girls, sorry. It is the 5 of Wands. This is a very interesting interpretation of the 5 of Wands. One thing to notice is the industrious little ant right here. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little ant. Actually, there's no, just one ant, and he's carrying food. These guys are studying, they're learning, they're competing, and they're challenging one another to get better. Very important. Challenging one another to get better. Find somebody that you're competitive with, but friends with, and challenge each other to do something. Maybe if you're, like I said, decluttering, let's work on that. If I was in decluttering mode, which I should be, maybe I could reach out to my friend Kay and say, Kay, I challenge you that if I can do three shelves on my bookshelf before you can do three shelves on your bookshelf, then you owe me coffee. Something silly, right? But challenge yourself, get yourself up in the game. Oh, and here's what's going to hinder you again. Ah, the she, temperance. This is about being moderate and balanced. May not be a great week. You may find yourself feeling off balance. You might find yourself feeling out of whack. That's okay. That's okay. Do not make it so important that you stop doing the other stuff. Do not make, well, I must be in balance. I must have everything right and I must have all the things I need before I get started. Not necessarily, darlings. Okay? Now, if you're ready to have a reading done, I am Arwen. You can find me at Tarot by Arwen, and I would love to work with you. Seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.